Welcome back to On Air B&B Football with Brandon and Bryce. Bryce and Brandon. Yes, Brandon is back, and the duo is better than ever. Today we're going to be coming at you with a very popular topic, and that topic is Devante Adams. But before we get into the video, please help us reach our goal where we want to be able to talk to you, the fans, the players, and the coaches. We want to come out to the stadiums, whether it's college or NFL or both, whatever it is, and tailgate, have fun. But most of all, bring you better content while doing it. You can help us reach that goal by just clicking the like button and hitting the subscribe button. And Bryce, let's do it. So Devante Adams, obviously very unhappy with his situation in Las Vegas. What's going on?
So, crest of the trade. He's hurt right now too. He's got a hamstring injury, so he didn't play last week. Will not play this week against the Broncos. But he's requested a trade. He's gonna be gone. It's most likely not gonna happen until next week. But he wants to go to the Jets. That's his preferred destination. Surprising. They did come out and say the Saints or the Jets, but I think now it's just the main one is the Jets. But he is open to other destinations as well. But yeah,
real quick, I just want to say that I get the fact that he wants to go play with Aaron Rodgers again. A familiar quarterback is what he said, or Derek Carr even. But if you're Devante Adams, and at this point in your career, you really want that championship, you want the Lombardi, and you are in a dysfunctional organization right now. You didn't get a Super Bowl with the last one, and I think at this point, if you go to either the Saints or the Jets, you're trading dysfunction for dysfunction. Where if you're Devante Adams and you really press the issue that, hey, I want to go to the Bills, or hey, I want to go to the Chiefs, or some high-flying offense with a great quarterback, that would be your best option. Yeah. But, I mean, obviously he's going to get traded, and I think it's definitely going to the Jets. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, well, it's a trade. So, like, he's not going to get probably exactly what he wants. The Raiders are going to take the best.
Yeah.
So, they think they want at least a second rounder for him, which I think the Jets. I mean, he's got to be in contact with Aaron Rodgers or Derek. He's got to be in contact with him, like, hey, like, come get me, like. And I'm not saying that we don't know if that's his goal or not to win a Super Bowl. Of course, that's what guys say it is, but he's been paid. Maybe he just wants to go to a better situation than how the Raiders are just. They won some. They beat the Ravens last 2 weeks ago and stuff, but they're not a Super Bowl caliber team at all.
Not
so
means, yeah.
So I don't know. Like, I think going to the Jets would be a better situation, of course, and that's a team that can definitely compete. Like, I picked them to win that division this year, and I'm still high on them. But do I think they're right now? Do I think they're a Super Bowl team? No.
Right, but I mean, also if you think about the Jets right now without Devante, they have Garrett Wilson, right? Who was supposed to be the alpha, the number one, and the guy to take that leap that we all expected him to take this year. Well, he hasn't really done that, and you can see Rodgers' frustration with him. Do you think that maybe incorporating Devante into that offense would maybe help, obviously, the Jets, but also help develop Garrett Wilson into maybe being that wide receiver one when Devontae's gone?
So, of course, if Devante comes there, Garrett Wilson is going to slide to the number 2 receiver, which you could look at it as, is that going to open more targets for Garrett Wilson because he won't be the number 1 anymore? But you also have to look at it as Aaron Rodgers is familiar with Devante. He's going to want to get the ball to Devante. He might even, force the ball to Devante a little bit, because you see that with guys who are familiar with, who have a star receiver, they do force the ball.
Right, that connection too.
Yeah. So it could go either way, as Garrett Wilson, it gets freed up, or Garrett Wilson, it stays kind of the same because he's familiar with Devante and then also familiar with Allen Lazard.
Right.
So it could go either way.
Yeah, I think you're right in what you said, and I think I could be right in what I said as well at the same time, where it helps Garrett Wilson develop as the wide receiver one, yes, but like you said, it can also help open up targets for him and maybe be a better fantasy option and a better player on the field as well. So
yeah,
it could be a really dangerous team with Devante there. Now, real quick, what about if he were to go to a top contender like the Bills or the Chiefs?
Yeah.
What?
So the Chiefs, we're gonna throw out there. We're gonna throw them out for me because the Raiders aren't gonna trade in division. I don't think that they'd be dumb to do that. But if he were to go to the Bills, that would help Josh Allen out a lot. That would help some of those younger receivers out a lot. You know, he's a different receiver than Diggs, so it's a different receiver for Allen to throw to. But I would mind seeing him at the Bills. I don't think the Bills are in on him at all. I don't know if they're in on him, but there's been nothing.
There was Diana Rossini's report where she said that both the Chiefs and Bills would both be interested in the Devante Adams sweepstake if the Raiders are willing to eat some of the money. Which
I got you.
I'm with you on the Chiefs, because if one, they're not going to trade in division, two, to the two-time repeat Super Bowl champs, and then three, to eat money for them.
Yeah,
it's just not happening. But with the Bills, it's a very good possibility. I mean, if the Raiders are willing to eat a little bit more cap, that would be a perfect situation for Devante to go to.
Yeah, the only way that's going to happen is if the only way the Raiders would eat more cap is if like the team would offer a little bit more of a better pick or a little bit better of an offer. I feel like they're not gonna pay him any more money unless the other team is offering to give them more compensation. I feel like.
Right. Yeah, you got to give a little bit more. I mean, I guess then what he's asking for is what, like a 2?
Yeah, they're asking for a 2.
Yeah. I don't know. I would really like to see Devante in the Bills offense, but I'm also kind of rooting for Rodgers and the Jets this year as well. So having Devante respark that connection with Aaron Rodgers, that would be pretty electric.
Yeah, it's definitely looking like it's going to go towards that way, especially if the Jets are, all in this year.
Right.
So, yeah, I think he'll end up on the Jets.
Yeah, I hope he does too, because I have him in fantasy. So
me too.
Be a good.
Leagues. I don't know. He's hurt right now, so it sucks. But yeah, we're here.
Who's hurt?
Devante.
I don't think he's actually hurt.
Maybe he's not.
You think he's hurt?
I don't know.
I think the hamstring is just I don't want to play.
Maybe. I don't know.
And I think the Raiders are like, well, we're not going to play you if we're trading you. So it only makes sense. But leave in the comments what you think. Where's Devante going? Where should he go? And is he going? Is there a possibility that he does go to the Chiefs?
Could come to Steelers.
No. I mean, that would be smart, though.
It would be.
That would be smart. It could work the same way.
It could
for Pickens that it would for Garrett Wilson. So you never know. But that wraps it up for us. That's it for Devante Talk. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for listening on YouTube or Spotify. Whatever you're doing, we appreciate it. Once again, please help us reach our goal. We want to be able to talk to you, the fans, the players, and the coaches. Come to the stadiums, have fun and tailgate, but best of all, bring you better content while doing it. And like we said, you can help us reach that goal by just clicking the like button, hit the subscribe button, and share with everybody you know, whether they like football or not. Because everybody likes to see Devante with Aaron Rodgers again. So that's it. Thank you guys. Peace out. See ya.